Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Kaylan Alex. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you so much for tuning in. So today is going to be a different style kind of video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my favorite baby items, some mostly luxury, I would say, some necessities, but definitely top favorites. This video was kind of hard to narrow down because I feel like I got a lot of good stuff. Like I have so much knowledge in the little 5 months that I've been a mom. But I know I've gotten a couple requests for you guys to asking for me to share some of my favorites. So I figured I'd help out some moms to be, or even friends looking to give their friend or family member baby items. So let's go ahead and get started. Notes here. I think what I want to do is I'm going to kind of go in sections that are in no particular order of necessity or like. They're just category. So I'll start with my stroller system situation. So I actually have two strollers, two stroller systems, I would call them. Okay, so the first one is the Duna car seat stroller. I love the Duna. It is so convenient. It is a stroller that is a car seat and it pops up into a stroller. It is so convenient, especially when I'm just like on the move, going somewhere quick, running into a store, or if I know that I'm going to visit like family, my parents or something like that, and I'm not going to be going anywhere. I like to just take that stroller because it's easier to deal with. The only drawback, which is kind of obvious with this stroller, is that it is a little weighted because it is a stroller slash car seat. So if you're trying to carry baby in it as a car seat, it is going to be a little bit heavier than just a car seat, and definitely some of the car seats that are ultra lightweight. But other than that, I love it. It's so convenient. I love the size of it. The other drawback to it is if you are a taller person, or if your significant other is a taller person, it might not work because it is kind of short. At least is what I've noticed with the stroller. It is kind of short and there's no like extension with it. But if that's not a problem, I highly recommend the stroller car seat situation because of the convenience of it. It also has different accessories that you can buy with it, like the weather protectant and like the net and stuff like that I highly recommend as well, because they're good to have when you're going into different climates. So love that stroller. One of my favorites. The second one is a whole mood, child. Like, it's a whole mood. It is the Mima Zara stroller. I think it's Zara stroller is how it's pronounced. I give the most compliments on this stroller situation. Now, the Duna one gets its attention too because it's the Duna, but I feel like this one it demands attention for some reason. Literally, I was out one day and I heard a lady tell her husband, "Oh my God, that's the Rolls Royce of strollers." And I was like, you know what? I like that. This is the Rolls Royce of strollers, because it is definitely that. I feel like it is definitely worth every penny that is spent on it. I cannot rant and rave more about a stroller. Now, granted, I've not had a bunch of kids to know a bunch of different stroller brands, but from when I did my research, when I went and tried strollers in the store, nothing compared to this one for me. Now, this is definitely a stroller that is aesthetically pleasing. It is one that requires more work and thought when it comes to putting it together and getting it in general. So here's what I mean by that. This stroller can be used two different ways. The way that it comes, like, it comes in two different ways. One with the baby carriage, which you see me use a lot because Kari is still small. And the second version is with it in, like, the baby sits in it like a seat. So it almost looks like a half of an egg or something, or a half moon type position. And they can sit in there. Now, they're supposed to stay in the carriage portion up until about 5-6 months, generally around the ages when they don't really need a lot of neck support. They can kind of hold up by themselves. That is when they can then transition into the seat. And they're not supposed to be in the seat until about 6 months when they don't need head support, because it doesn't have it's no like little head neck support situation in that part of the seat. So we haven't been able to use that one up until now. So Kari's almost 6 months and she's already sitting up pretty well, don't really need a whole lot of head support, so now we can transition into that one. And she doesn't really like to be laying down as much when we're out, so she hasn't been really enjoying the carriage as much as she did as a newborn. Now, as a newborn, the carriage was perfect because they sleep a lot. And they want to be just resting when they're out, so that was perfect. But now she's a little bit more active, she wants to see more, so definitely the seat is going to be what we use and what's more convenient. Okay, now that I've gotten all of that out of the way, we've seen how the stroller sits on its own. If you'll notice, this stroller does not have a car seat. It does not have a car seat. It does not come with a car seat. When I saw the price initially, I was like, how can this stroller be this much and not have a car seat? Don't have a car seat. That is the one drawback to it, and I think the car seat that does go with the brand, it's not available. I know for sure in the US it's not, you can't use it in the US, so you have to buy a car seat, which I didn't mind having to switch it out because I knew that it didn't. It's just what I wanted. And like I said, this is another luxury. So for the car seat, whenever I use this stroller, I have the Nuna Pippa. I love the Nuna series, the Nuna brand car seat stroller situations. If I didn't have what I have, I would definitely have the Nuna complete stroller system. I love it. I love the car seat. Now I have the Nuna Pippa. I think it's just the Nuna Pippa. I don't think it's the RX. I think it's just the Nuna Pippa, the plain one. I personally needed a car seat that can go in and out of different cars without me needing the base. It comes with the base, but this one you can strap into different cars without the base, which is what I needed because I'm getting in and out of different cars with a card. So that was more suitable for me in my lifestyle. Now, I do use my Nuna car seat with my Mima stroller, and I'll have videos so that it makes sense of what I'm saying. Now with this, I had to order an adapter to make the Nuna car seat compatible with the Mima stroller, because the Mima brand does not have a car seat that we can use in the US. So there's actually quite a few brands car seats that are compatible with the Nuna. You just have to buy an extension, or I think it's an adapter. The adapter was like $50, but it is so worth it if you plan on doing what I'm doing. It is extra. It's a little extra, especially if you want the Mima stroller, but again, it's a luxury that it comes with the territory. It's kind of like you know what you're getting into when you get the stroller. So I just put the adapters on the stroller, and I never take them off really, because anytime that I'm using that stroller, I know I have to have a car seat, and if I don't want to carry the carriage or the seat with the stroller, I can just put her car seat on top of the stroller and we can go. Now that kind of situation is what's most common with strollers, taking the car seat and attaching it to the actual stroller. So I feel like that is kind of normal. The only thing that is not normal is carrying the additional carriage or the seat to connect with the Mima if I don't want to use it with the car seat. So essentially with the Mima stroller, I have 3 different variations of how I can use that stroller, and 3 different, ways that the stroller can be used. I can use it as a carriage, I can use it as a seat, I can put her car seat on it, and it all works the same. You get what I'm saying? I just love it. I love that you can customize it to different colors and interior, exterior, and the metals on it. I just love the stroller. Now, It is an investment. So I would say if you plan on having more kids, to get something that could be neutral, that can, you know, you can use longer than just for one baby, which is the route that I decided to go. And I'm so happy with the purchase. So the next category that I have on my list are diaper bags. Now, this is something that is very important, we all know. And I actually have two different ones. I have them for different purposes, especially if she's gonna be like, we're gonna be out longer, if she's spending the night somewhere. They serve different purposes. That's just that. So the first one that you guys, I think I mentioned this in a video that I got or something like that, was her Gucci diaper bag. I love this bag. It is so spacious. It has a changing pad in it. It has, obviously the strap is adjustable, the two pockets on the side. It fits my stuff and hers, and it still matches with like the aesthetic. I don't feel like I'm carrying like a diaper bag. Like, it still kind of feels like a bag, but it's a diaper bag. I love it. If you're considering it, highly recommend it. And what I like also about this one is that the canvas has a coat on it, so it can't really be destroyed. Like if I spilled something on it, or if she spit up on it or something like that, it can easily be cleaned. I actually have not even had an instance where I've had to clean it because of the coat. So that's a plus. It's also an item that I can use for more babies. So I think that it was a good investment. I highly recommend it. Now the second one that I have is the freshly picked one. I actually got this one because I was unsure if I was going to get the Gucci one. And then I wanted one that was a backpack version for traveling. I love this freshly picked diaper bag. I feel like, again, it is spacious. It is one that can be zipped, or which gives it more room if you need more room, or it can be closed with the flap, so like snapped over, if that makes sense. Now, what I particularly love about this one is that it has a insulated kind of little cup holder in the inside of it. So this is especially good for if you're carrying a hot or cold drink or breast milk. There is a area that is insulated inside the diaper bag to where you can, you know, house those items without them having to leak, or you're having to carry another bag for your breast milk and pump necessities. I love this bag for that reason. It's also a lot of rooms. It has a changing pad in it, which most diaper bags do, I believe, have the changing pads. But if for whatever reason you decide to get a bag that's not a diaper bag, I would suggest getting those like training pads, almost like puppy pads, so that whenever you go out, you can just lay that on it, lace the baby on top, and you can throw those in the trash. I carry those as well for when I'm out in public. Just a little tidbit. But yeah, those are my favorite two. Oh, and I also like the freshly picked one because it can be worn as a backpack as well as like a messenger style. So it comes with two different straps that I actually really love. And it comes in a variety of colors. Next little category are going to be more of fun toys / learning equipment. The first thing is this crate and baby activity chair. Kari loves this chair. I actually ended up getting two of these chairs by accident because it was a hit. So it is an activity chair. I believe it goes up to 6 months. I forget the pounds. But it is one of those chairs that has like a bunch of different little accessories on the top, different colors, like what is it, fills and materials to, like, you know, it just helps with their development. And it's 3 little flowers that are like painted on there. For some reason, every time Kari sits in the chair, she goes directly to those 3 little flowers. I don't know what it is about them flowers, but she loves it. She loves the chair. The next little toy that I love, or that Kari loves, is the baby Einstein activity mat. She loves this toy. I don't know what it is about that piano child. It's the lights and the music, gotta be, because she like noise. She loves the piano. She has learned, and she actually learned how to make it make noise to her, or you know, hit the buttons pretty early. So she since she knows how to do that, she enjoys the piano. It teaches them different languages. I think it's English, Spanish, and I want to say Mandarin, that it teaches colors, numbers, and animals. I don't think it has shapes, but definitely colors, numbers, and animals in those different languages, which is also good because she'll actually try to listen and comprehend it. And it also has the little, you know, the toys that hang around. She loves it. Now, the only drawback with it is that the mat that it's on is not a plush one. It's not very thick, the particular one that I'm talking about. So if they're going to be laying on a hard surface, I would suggest getting some of those sponge blocks. They're like a floor blocks or pads that you can lay under them. And I put that on the floor and then the activity gym on top, and it works fine. She's comfortable. It's not too hard. Those little squares that I'm talking about are another great item for when they're doing tummy time, especially if they're on a hard surface, or you know, you don't have carpet or something like that, or if you want to be in a room that doesn't have carpet. I definitely suggest those. They are thick enough to where they're comfortable, but not too squishy that when they lay in it, it'll create an indentation and won't be very useful, if that makes sense. I'll link them, obviously. I'll link everything down below, but those for sure if you have a hard surface. I love them. The next item that I have on the list is a swing. Now, this swing debate is one that I still don't understand, that I still feel like it's kind of hard to gauge based off someone else's experience, but I'm just gonna throw my little 2 cents in there, child. So I was excited for the 4Mom swing. I feel like it was super modern. It was very, you know, futuristic, so to say. The different speeds, the music, you could hook it up to Bluetooth. Like, I just knew this was gonna be it. Child, I got this for my registry and Kari hated it. She hated the swing. No matter what position I put it in, no matter what speed I put it on, no matter what music was playing, she did not care for the 4Mom swing. And I was warned of this when I did a poll on Instagram asking moms about it. A lot said that their babies did not enjoy it. A lot said that it did. It was such an even split. I was like, the only way that I'm gonna know it is if I get it and test it out for my own self. Kari did not like it. However, we also got the Fisher Price swing with it had like some, I think it's some leaves and like nature. This got like butterflies or something like that on it. She loves it. She loves that swing. She will fall asleep in it. She enjoys watching the little leaves spin around, the music. Like, she thoroughly enjoys the Fisher Price basic swing. I really don't understand it because the 4Moms one is so advanced. Like, it does so many different things. She enjoys car rides, so I assume that the car ride motion on the 4Moms swing she would enjoy. And no matter what I did, she did not like it. She wanted to be put out of it. So I didn't get a whole lot of use out of it, especially when she got old enough to really have a preference. She didn't use it. So maybe the next child will. I don't know what to say about it. Honestly, when it comes to the swings debate and swing situation, it's one of those things where you'll have to see what your baby prefers and not, child. The last thing that I have on my list is something that I absolutely love, and I feel like every parent needs it. I have the Moby baby wrap. Now, I use this wrap like no other. I actually had the Moby one in another brand, and the Moby one was my favorite. I prefer the Moby because of the material of the wrap. It was thick, but it was stretchy. So it was thick enough. I mean, it stretched enough for me to put it on her, but thick enough to where it wasn't, I felt secure with her being on me and in it without feeling like, okay, this is too thin, like this cloth isn't thick enough. And it stretched and it wrapped nicely. I don't really know how to describe it. Like, it was a material that when you wrapped it, it stayed in position, and it was thick enough that I felt confident holding her, if that makes sense. I got it in, I think it's the brown goldish color. That also was a plus because I love the color. And it was easy to learn how to use. It was a little bit intimidating, I will admit. It was a little bit intimidating when I first got it, because I was like, oh my god, I thought it was semi put together already. It's not. Now, I do think they have some that are already kind of like put together where you just have to like tie it in certain areas, but the one I have is just a long sheet of fabric, child. You got to figure out how to wrap it and how it goes. But I watched the video tutorial on how to do it, as they get older, the best way to do it, and it was super easy once you get the hang of it. I loved it. Kari lived in it. She was a baby who enjoyed being swaddled, and she still enjoys being in our arms, so I didn't have a problem with her with baby wearing. Of course, I don't think any baby has a problem with it. I don't know, there may be some, but Kari was definitely one of the ones who enjoyed it, loved being in it, and I got a lot of use out of it. I still get a lot of use out of it, especially if I'm going downstairs or something like that and I don't want to put her in like a stroller. I just use a wrap. Now, with that, I did not get an actual baby carrier because I personally didn't need one for me and my lifestyle. I feel like this was a better alternative for what I would need a baby carrier for, if that makes sense. So I tried to like narrow it down to the big items, the big necessities that you need for your baby. If there was something I missed or something that you wanted to know about, please drop it down in the comments. I will be happy to answer it the best I can. That's gonna be it for this video though. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, drop a nice comment down below, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I post again, and I will see you in the next video.